Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News, some latest events in the province. And now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, as part of the working visit to Tay Ninh province on March 20, the delegation led by Mr. Đỗ Văn Chiến, Secretary of the Party Central Committee and Chairman of the Vietnam Fatherland Front Central Committee, paid a visit to the historical relic area of the Central Office for South Vietnam. Accompanying the delegation, there were also Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm, Secretary of the Ninh Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial People Council.
The delegation visited the Memorial Monument of the National Front for the Liberation of the South and a special national relic of the Central Bureau of Southern. The delegates offered incense, spent a minute of silence and burned incense to commemorate sacrificed heroes, martyrs, and careers, preserving the independence, freedom, and unity of the fatherland. At the relic site of the Central Bureau of Southern, after burning incense, the leaders visited the exhibition house, living evidence and memories of the life of revolutionary activities, extremely arduous and self-sacrificing, but very proud of the senior leaders of the party and many cadres and soldiers in the nation's resistance war against America to save the country in the South. After listening to the explanation and witnessing with their own eyes the artifact at the exhibition area, Mr. Đỗ Văn Chiến expressed his admiration for the years of heroic and resilient struggle for the former leaders, heroes, and martyrs who devoted and sacrificed their life for the independence and freedom of the fatherland, liberated the South, and reunified the country. Chairman of the Vietnam Central Fatherland Front emphasized that following the example of resilient revolutionary soldiers, today's generations will continue to unite with one heart, cultivate and train the moral qualities of officers, party members, do their best to contribute efforts to build a prosperous and happy country, worthy of the sacrifice and hardships of the former leaders, cadres, and soldiers at the Central Bureau of the South, a time of nation's hardship.
On January 6, 2022, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính signed a decision approving the project to develop the application of population data, identification, and electronic authentication, serving for national digital transformation in the period of 2022-2025, Vision to 2030, called Project R6. This is considered an important project directly related to the breakthrough strategy interests of our country, people, and businesses.
Project number 6 is implemented with 5 groups of utilities and 5 groups of key tasks and solutions, in which taking the utility to handle administrative procedures and provide online public services are the core contents and the basis for promoting the completion of other tasks of the project. Up to now, 62 ministries, branches, and localities have established a steering committee to implement the project, including Tay Ninh. According to the content of project number 6, the people are always the center, the subject, the main resource, and the goal of development. Therefore, an important and urgent requirement is to reduce troubles for people as carrying out administrative procedures at all levels of government. In the immediate future, ministries, branches, and localities will focus on implementing 25 administrative procedures under the project, aiming to implement 100% of the administrative procedures that are eligible as risk rate, provided in the form of level 4 online public services. In order to effectively implement project number 6, Mr. Trần Văn Sơn suggested that members of the steering committees at all levels should pay special attention to and direct the implementation of the project tasks at the agency or area where they are in charge of, should consider it as a priority task of their agency. At the same time, it is necessary to focus and urgently complete online public services, especially the essential public services identified in the project. On March 21st, the General Department of Taxation held a ceremony to announce the operation of the electronic portal for foreign suppliers and the electronic tax application on eTax-Mobile devices in an online form. Attending the announcement ceremony, there were Minister of Finance Hồ Đức Phước, Standing Deputy Minister of Finance Trần Xuân Hà, Deputy Governor of the State Bank of Vietnam Phạm Tiến Dũng, General Director of Taxation Cao Anh Tuấn, representatives from a number of ministries, sectors, and leaders of 63 provinces and cities. At Tay Ninh Province Bridge, Vice Chairman of the Provincial Appeals Committee Dương Văn Thắng attended this event. According to the General Department of Taxation, in recent years, Vietnam's e-commerce industry has developed rapidly, especially in the context of complicated epidemic. In 2020 alone, the growth rate of e-commerce reached 18%, with a scale of $11.8 billion. The reality requires the tax industry to have appropriate and timely adaptation and at the same time create an equal playing ground between traditional and e-commerce business, between domestic and cross-border business activities. The established web portal will be the arrest for foreign suppliers with income from Vietnam to register, declare, and pay taxes. In addition to the eTax-Mobile application, individuals, businesses, and business households will easily look up and access full information on tax legal policies, tax obligations, and make tax payment in a simple, easy, and convenient manner on mobile.
Turn to other news. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the Agricultural Restructuring Project of Tay Ninh Province with the vision to 2030, Tay Ninh Province will restructure rice in the direction of sustainable development, bringing high economic efficiency to the people.
According to the allocation criteria of land use planning, the total area of rice cultivation is nearly 70,700 hectares, of which 48,700 hectares specialize in wet rice cultivation. Rice is identified as a key crop because it meets a number of important criteria such as being a traditional crop, people have experience in production, Tay Ninh is a province with a large scale of rice cultivation. Regarding the market, although rice in Tay Ninh has low competitiveness compared to other provinces in Mekong Delta, if it is diverted to develop high-quality rice, it will satisfy the domestic market, Ho Chi Minh City, the southeastern provinces, and as raw materials for rural industries. According to the orientation from now to 2030, Tay Ninh will transfer on the one road in efficient rice land to other annual plants, performing rotation with upland crops on about 30% of the wet rice land, of which it mainly is a short-term crop, restructuring rice varieties in the direction of using high-quality rice varieties, building high-quality rice areas with a scale of nearly 17,300 hectares in Châu Thành, Gò Dầu, U Minh Châu, Hoa Thanh districts and Trảng Bàng Thảo. 3,000 hectares specialty rice production area have been established in Châu Thành, Gò Dầu, Bến Cầu, Tân Châu, U Minh Châu districts, Trảng Bàng Thảo, and Tay Ninh City, building a certified rice supply network to ensure the demand for certified rice varieties for each crop in the whole province. In the roll-up solutions for renovating investment capital structure and completing the infrastructure system for agricultural production, Tay Ninh Province is encouraging businesses to invest more and more in agricultural production and business. Enterprises are now very hesitant to invest in agriculture, especially in the production stage. They are just mainly involved in the collection, preliminary processing, and consumption stages. Therefore, they are not interested in the entire production chain. Facing with this fact, Tay Ninh province is consider solutions and more preferential policies for businesses in terms of land tenure, land lease time, taxes, loans, risk insurance, and training resources so that the businesses are interested in investing businesses, creating conditions for farmers to contribute land use rights to enterprises such as buying shares so that they can feel secure in allocating land. To attract investment from businesses, especially high-tech applications, it is necessary to have a clean land fund for enterprises to lease. The attraction of investment from businesses on economic sectors will contribute to the speed and scale of investment in agriculture and the province economy in the coming time.
In June 2012, the United Nations declared March 20 as the International Days of Happiness. 193 member countries, including Vietnam, pledged to support this day with effort to improve the quality of life, build an equitable and stably developed society. In order to bring happiness to the people, to be happy, there must be love and sharing. And in Tay Ninh, there is a display every day that is still working hard to show goodwill, deliver philanthropic intention for the poor, nurture the lonely, elderly, orphan, and open free classes.
It is Tứ Phước Pagoda, hidden in a small rural road in Thanh Sơn Hamlet, Thanh Điền Commune, Châu Thành District. It is currently led by Buddhist nun Thích Nữ Diệu Lạc. From the childhood, I have had love for humanity. Before liberation, I raised the revolutionary soldiers, and as being liberated, I became a nun and continued to do the charity from 1995-1996 until now. At that time, I couldn't do much because the pagoda's funding was not available, and now our funding has a little bit, so we did more. Following Buddhist nun Diệu Lạc into the kitchen, surprisingly, at 4:30 a.m., the busy atmosphere of the cooking here spread throughout the space of the pagoda. More than 10 people are divided into groups to carry out the different works. By 6 a.m., everything is done. On weekdays, the pagoda cooks about 150 meals. On full moon day or big festival, it cooks about 400 to 500 meals. The something we give is not good as how we give. The sentimental meals given are not simply full of heart and stomach, but this action shows the love between people. For decades, Tứ Phước Pagoda has been the home of armed people and homeless orphans. Currently, it is taking care of about 10 people, most of which are the lonely elderly and orphans. Not stopping at the activities of distributing free food, taking care of the elderly and children, Tứ Phước Pagoda also opens free classes. Currently, there are 25 students studying in its love class. This class has been operated for a long time because I have also taught for many generations. Seeing their children's situation, I also try to stay at the school for the poor children. We teach them, let them be literate. It can be said that the love class has created a spreading effect in the community. With the enthusiasm of their head and teachers, not only parents in Thanh Sơn Hamlet, but also in neighboring hamlets, also feel secure at sending their children to study. In this life, everyone is born with a special mission. Perhaps for Buddhist nun Diệu Lạc, that mission is to connect, give goodwill, and spread love to everyone. With her practical activities, Buddhist nun Thích Nữ Diệu Lạc in particular and Tứ Phước Pagoda in general have been awarded many certificates of merit by authorities at all levels for their dedication and contributed to taking care of the poor to have a better life along with the party, government, fatherland front, mass organizations. Responding to the International Day of Happiness, Tay Ninh Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism also implemented many communication activities such as hanging banners, panels, poster, community news boards, and tablet, it launched a contest of stories told by photos, themed happiness, love, and sharing, with the aim of spreading meaningful messages and stories about love in each family, sharing in the community and society, through which nurturing the noble feelings and the traditional cultural values of the Vietnamese people.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.